Hi, this is Shivabasu. Now I would like to discuss the topic gender bias in communication from personal conduct and appearance here. Gender bias in communication. It is a form of unconscious bias which occurs when one individual unconsciously attributes certain attitudes and stereotypes to another person or to a group of people here. It's nothing but prejudiced mind over other gender. For the better understanding of this concept, gender bias in communication, I will just begin the story here. A boy was crossing the busy street and he was suddenly hit by a speeding bus, and then that boy fell unconsciously on the ground. The passers-by took that boy immediately to the nearby hospital. The duty doctors of that hospital started to give the treatment to that boy, and they had given the first aid. The doctors made very clear that the boy is severely injured and the surgery had to be done to this boy immediately. And then the duty doctor said that this surgery can be only done by the chief neurosurgeon. Then the doctors took their cell phones and started to call or ring the chief neurosurgeon. But at that very moment, the chief neurosurgeon was playing a golf at the house. When the doctors explained about the immediate surgery of this boy, then the chief neurosurgeon rushed to the hospital and asked the doctors to make immediate arrangements for the surgery. When the chief neurosurgeon entered the operation theatre, the chief neurosurgeon stepped back to do the surgery, because a question arises here. Because that boy was none other than the chief neurosurgeon's son. It means the chief neurosurgeon was the mother of that boy. That's what happened here. In the olden days, women were not allowed to work outside. She was restricted within the four walls of the house and she has to do the household chores. But nowadays, it's not like that. She had entered in every field, in every department, in every sphere. She is working in almost all the departments, in almost all the fields, like a doctor, engineer, scientist, police, driver, pilot, in many of the fields here. Moreover, in some professions, we are having a prejudiced mind within ourselves. Suppose if anyone is working as a nurse, means we think that only women will be working as a nurse. It's not like that. Even many of the men are also working as a nurse. If we take the example of driver, we think that it will be men. But nowadays, many of the women are also working as a driver. In some of the organizations or in some of the companies, we come across some gender inequality, like the women faces nowadays here. It might be related to unequal pay, sexual harassment, racism. Women were less promoted compared to men, lack of employment opportunities or equality, poor medical care. All these things we are noticing everywhere. Even in some of the organizations, if there may be a women colleagues or female colleagues, means the men will be harassing them, disrespecting them. These things should not be done here. So we have to respect our colleagues, it might be a women or a men here. A healthy atmosphere had to be created within the organization here. Nowadays, most of the organizations or companies had given the key post to the women, like the chairman or the president or the secretaries, because women knows how to get work done by the employees. Because of their commitment, because of their patience, women had been given such an higher positions nowadays here. In order to have a good and healthy atmosphere within the organization, we must be polite, firm, and we have to listen towards others while they are speaking, and we have to respect. There should be a mutual respect between each other, between the men and the women. Then only a good atmosphere can be maintained within the organization. We should not have a prejudiced mind within ourselves. We have to respect. In some organizations, there will be some men, those who will be disrespecting women. That should not be done here. So here, the gender bias in communication is nothing but a prejudiced mind here. Thank you.